Back again with another video, Bad News Brown. Let's get into some hot topics, some current events. Now, RP to the rapper Young Bris. For those that don't know, Young Bris was a rapper out of Sacramento who was unalive a few years back. Well, apparently, the person that was on trial for his unaliving has been convicted and sentenced to life. So, condolences to Bris family, RP Young Bris. He was a pretty good Sacramento rapper. If you ask me, he may have been the best. Now I know that's a real controversial statement right there. Sac got a few hot rappers right now, but I will say, Briz, let's say, is the only rapper in a long time to where I heard some music playing and I pulled up on the side of somebody like, "Who is that you slapping?" That's how I even learned who Briz was. So shout out to Briz. Next topic. The peers, the family of the late great Tupac Shakur has hired a lawyer to investigate what Keefe D has been talking about regarding P. Diddy giving him a meal ticket in order to assassinate the great Tupac Shakur. Now, what I gotta say about that is, it appears that Keefe D is pulling for straws now. He doing what he gotta do, say whatever he gotta say, so he can get out on bail. Now, if in fact this did happen, and of course you may have heard the story already about P Diddy giving a meal ticket from that one OG baller dude from the East Coast, but the money never got to where it was supposed to go. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. But the point is, if in fact P Diddy did that, well, see, Diddy already in boiling water as it is, and you can only die once. So this is just more piled up on him. Do I think anything will come out of this? Well, I hope so, for the family's sake. Again, if in fact that did happen, maybe they can use that to wrap P Diddy up faster. Who knows? But it's real interesting, and it's just messed up. Who'd have thought years later with all this coming out, how Pac went out, if in fact it really did go out, went down the way it's been alleged, or what everybody's saying, or was it still a hidden hand involved? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. So now, next topic. This gonna be real quick one. T.I. look like they arrested him, a false arrest. There's a mistaken identity of the same name. Now, can that happen? Although it was at Atlanta airport, and of course T.I. being from Atlanta, everyone should naturally know who he is. So I don't know, but then again, it wouldn't surprise me if, because it seemed like, and I mentioned this before, a lot of these celebrities, they tend to get into, I would say, frivolous encounters with the authorities or with other people, and it tend to be costly for them to get out of. So is it some type of entrapment involved? Now, I ain't saying in this particular instance, but just even a while back, when T.I. got into that big incident, with the federales or whatever, when they picked it up, that it seemed like some cold kind of setup. Like that's the way they kind of intimidate certain celebrities or whatnot. And I don't know, that's down the rabbit hole, but that's just something to think about. Next topic. Let's get into some little boxing. So Terrence Bud Crawford won his last match. I didn't see the fight. I was actually busy. But from what I'm hearing, and I ain't even seen the highlights or nothing yet either. But from what I'm hearing, everybody's saying he didn't look as good as usual, and he may need to hold off on that Canelo fight. And it appears Canelo, from what I heard, he ready now. And that don't surprise me. Well, for one, I always said I don't even think he need to move up to fight Canelo. I tend to hate when boxers. Now, don't get me wrong. Some boxers, they can do that, especially depending on what they their natural walk around weight is. But just usually I don't really like that when boxers go too far up in weight class because it usually don't have a good ending for them, and we don't need that right now. I mean, Canelo, you need to be worried about the Benavideses. And I was even mad when he fought the little Charlo. He was supposed to fight the big Charlo, although I'm not sure what's going on with the big Charlo. But regardless, so, and I'm hearing talks with him and Canelo and Berlanga. Yeah, that's cool. Do that. But again, as far as him fighting Bud, now that's definitely a big money fight. So I feel that, but at the same time, I don't really think that should happen. That's just me personally. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, now the next topic, man. Let's go. We're gonna stick with the sports, but we're gonna go to the Olympics now. And I'm not even gonna talk about the games itself, but from what I'm hearing, a lot of the athletes and celebrities or whatnot, a lot of the black athletes and celebrities, they be getting discriminated against out there in Europe, and this definitely ain't the first time that happened, and definitely ain't the last time. So that shouldn't surprise nobody. Don't surprise me, and I'm not saying that it makes it right, but it shouldn't surprise them celebrities, and you shouldn't even be trying to patronize certain establishments, especially when they reveal how they truly feel. It reminds me of that Oprah incident, and I think Oprah was supposedly to get back at the lady. She just bought everything out the store. I'm not sure, and I could be wrong about that. Y'all let me know. This was a while back, and to me, that's not no get back. Now I can see if you bought the store, and fired everybody in there, then that'd be different. But you just giving them more money by buying out their stuff, I didn't get that. But anyway, yeah, it shouldn't surprise me. But Sha'Carri Richardson, I guess, her and another athlete was denied entrance, I guess, into a certain area of the Olympic Games. It appears it was a last minute change of plan. And whether that's true or not, who knows? But again, it shouldn't surprise you. Don't surprise me. And speaking of international events. It's going down in London right now. They turning up in London. It appears they've been out there protesting and rioting something heavy. I even seen footage of them running out of clothing stores, and it looked crazy because usually, America propaganda, they usually put the microscope on that when there's a lot of black African Americans protesting or some looting going on to make it look like, we the thieves and whatnot. But when I seen that footage in London, it was all English people, it was all white people. And it's not to say there was no spirit, because you definitely got a lot of minority groups in England. And I believe that's what the whole ruckus is about, as far as that whole immigration thing. And the people out there, they like, nah. And London is a small island, basically, the whole UK. So they look like they ain't trying to have that. But hey, that's part of something bigger. But that's a different video. But it's just real funny, interesting to see that they turn up anywhere. So, something to think about. Now, do I recommend we do that out here? Nah, it's definitely, we done pretty much exhausted that part of the process of the struggle. But that's a different video as well. But yeah, that's it for now, y'all. I gotta do some other work. I'm gonna be back at y'all real quick like Bad News Brown. Don't forget to subscribe to me. Peace.